and not, as some people have tried to characterize it, a political witch hunt.
All right, Whitney Wild reporting for us. Thank you very much. We're joined now by a member of the January 6th Select Committee, Representative Stephanie Murphy. She's also the Chief Deputy Whip for House Democrats. Representative, thanks so much for joining us. As you heard, CNN has now confirmed it was Republican Congressman Jim Jordan who messaged Mark Meadows the day before the January 6th attack with a plan to try to block the electoral count. These are your own colleagues. Why isn't the committee itself naming which lawmakers were texting Meadows? So far, you're keeping those names secret.
Well, at this point, the committee is not releasing certain information in order to protect the integrity of our investigation. This process is just too important to be rushed. And so we're taking every precaution to get the information that we need. And what I can assure you, though, is that when we do produce all of our findings, we will do it so in a way that makes sense and will give the American people the best insight into what happened on January 6th and will be a full picture. But we are in the midst of an investigation right now. And so, some of this information is coming out piecemeal, but we really want to make sure that the investigation is reliable, that people understand that we are acting in a way that's in the interest of this country and that is not partisan. So we're really trying to do our best to protect the integrity.
The texts that have been released already are just part of the explosive new details your committee has shared this week. Have you been surprised, Representative, at just how broad, how brazen this coup attempt actually was? A lot of folks believe what you have already released publicly, and it's pretty damning, is but the tip of the iceberg.
What is really disappointing to me as somebody whose family and I, my family and I escaped a communist country, and I understand the fine line that exists between democracy and autocracy, that in America, in the land of the free, in a democracy, that there was such a coordinated effort to try to overturn the will of the people. We started this investigation looking at January 6th and understanding that a big lie was pressed, and that resulted in this violent attack on the Congress. But as we have uncovered details, it turns out that there was a far more malicious effort to find ways to corrupt our democracy, to overturn the votes of the people. And that to me is so scary. I've worked at the Department of Defense on countries that have fragile democracies, and this has been a chilling experience for me to see the details come out as they have.
It's a very, very disturbing development. And as I say, a lot of people believe it's only just beginning, the information that's being released. We shall see. Congresswoman Liz Cheney, the vice chair of your select committee, cited a specific criminal statute asking, and I'm quoting her now, did Donald Trump, through action or inaction, corruptly seek to obstruct or impede Congress's official proceeding to count electoral votes, close quote. So is a criminal referral against the former president, do you believe, on the table?
We will go wherever we need to get the information that we need in order to understand what happened in the run-up to January 6th and what happened on January 6th to make sure that no one feels like they're above the law and that we never have this happen again. Can you imagine what happens to our democracy if people who are running for the highest office believe that they can, through force or through hook or crook, basically, change the outcome of the election? We cannot make that happen. So we will follow the facts to whomever they lead.
Before I let you go, Congresswoman, I want to ask you about another very important issue. I know you've been fighting for Sergeant Alwyn Cashe, a Floridian from your district who died after trying to save others in Iraq. He's about to receive posthumously the Medal of Honor. That will finally happen tomorrow. How meaningful is this moment to you?
You know, in a moment in time where I think the American people feel a lot of distress about our government, this story is an incredible story, and I'm so proud to be able to uplift what he did, his service to his country, and give him the Medal of Honor that he deserves. He served in Iraq in 2005. His vehicle was struck by an IED, and while he was not injured, he was covered in gasoline and fuel. And despite that fact, he went in repeatedly under fire and on fire to rescue his fellow service members. And that should be a reminder to us in this moment that people still believe in this country and are willing to sacrifice for public service. And I just think it's a great honor for him, and I'm really glad to have been a part of this because it's important to us.
It certainly is, and thank you for what you've been doing. Representative Stephanie Murphy, thank you very, very much. Just ahead, Dr. Anthony Fauci is standing by live.